So I recently got a chance to visit 49er training camp, got a chance to catch up with Trey Lance. Excited for the young man to finally get an opportunity to be under center in a starting role for the 49ers. But it got me thinking as I was watching practice a little bit. I'm going to take a look at last year and the moments that he had when he got a chance to play and what it looked like. And what are some of the things that, as a rookie, he struggled with? What are some of the things that he did well? And how does he make growth here in the second year, and specifically now that he's been inserted as the starter? They got a good football team, so he's not going to have to do everything, but I have to believe it's going to be a little bit more pressure to go, hey, this team was in the NFC Championship game last year. Now I've got to take over, and I've got to make sure that I do enough to help us be competitive, get back to the playoffs, and maybe make another run. So let's take a look at the tape, and I'll show you what I saw last year. So let's start out with some of the good things that I saw, right? Knowing where to go with the football. See, right now, eyes are in this direction. Knows the matchup that he likes. Going to have a little out route right here, and you're going to see good anticipation. Gets back foot in the ground. You see he's already coming forward. Receiver, nowhere close to coming out of his break. Ball's out of his hands. Great anticipation. All starts with knowing where you want to go with the football. Put that foot in the ground. Boom. Put the ball on the money. Great timing. Nice job right there by Trey Lance. Something that you got to build off of. I like this right here. Okay, so bit of a two-safety look here. Sees this guy starting to creep down to play what we call one robber. Okay, so it's man-to-man across the board, and then this safety's dropping down to kind of rob the middle. He just kind of sits there free and just waits for somebody to cross the middle. Maybe in this case, because they're bringing that extra guy, maybe he's dropping down to cover the back, but he sees that rotation. When he gets that rotation, he's got what we call an inside fade right here. Nice job making sure he works that safety back to the middle of the field. And you're going to see nice throw. Good job with his body and his eyes coming back, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field, allowing his receiver to win and working the safety to the middle. Nice job right here. Up and over. Nice ball. Good chunk throw right there. Moving the chains. All right. Let's see a guy that understands what he's doing in the progression. So we're going to have a little out here. We're going to have a corner there. Then we're going to be working back to the end right here. So nice job by him. We see a corner off look. Makes this really tough leverage-wise on the corner. This guy's already outside the stack. Probably not going to have that, but we're going to verify it with our eyes. Nice job by Trey right here. Look, he's looking. He's looking. Doesn't have one. Doesn't have two. Nice job in the pocket. Now watch. Boom. See him flip his feet. Flips his feet back here. Gets low. Stays engaged. Bang. So he comes back here, right? Kind of reading this high-low right here. Backer chases underneath. He gets over the top. Really like the progression right there. So you're seeing some signs. Obviously, it's got to be caught. And one thing that I want to see this year, a lot of times last year, Trey would zing everything. Everything was 100 miles an hour. So yes, this ball should be caught, no doubt. But learn to take something off of it. Become a passer, not a thrower. By that, we just mean we're not just winging the ball and throwing the ball wherever. Becoming a passer. We're able to put touch on it, make it easier on our guys. So you saw this a number of times last year where the ball just came out too hard and too fast, even when he made the right decision, that his guys couldn't make the catch. All right, this is something that we know he's going to be able to do. They're going to have a lot of play action in the offense. Love this. Set it up, and they're going to have a nice little move right here to get everybody moving one direction. Think we're going this way. See the safety already turning his hips back here. And then we're going to cross, and he's definitely got the physical ability. Flip his hips right here. Bang. Drives this ball. I mean, it's a great throw. Good velocity on it as he flips his hip from the backside hash. Big play. You're going to see a lot of this stuff. Kyle Shanahan's going to create a lot of great opportunities with his athleticism off the play action as long as he's consistent in the drop back game. But they're going to run the ball first and play action second, and then the drop back game's always going to be third, always has been. It hasn't been something that they've been great at in the past. All right, so another look, okay? coming up here, running a deep hook, taking a look at it. This guy gets underneath it, okay with that. Got the same thing back here. Doesn't like either throw. Here's another thing he's going to bring to the table, right? His ability to create and move. Great job right here. Another ball needs to be caught. Brandon Ayuk's got to make this catch right here. Boom, right on the money. But you see the movement skills and the ability to create opportunities off the move is going to be a big part of their offense. Okay? Here's what we're talking about with learning to become a passer. Here's another one. Okay? So you see him set right here. Now throw it. Anticipate. Hold on the back foot. Throw it nice and easy right here. You're going to see him take an extra hitch that he probably doesn't need to. As he hitches, boom, boom. Now he drives the ball a little bit harder than he needs to on that little in-breaker. Ball's tipped up and intercepted. And again, I'm not going to say all these should not have been caught, right? What do we always say, right? You get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. But here's what happens. We always say that we don't want receivers to catch the ball behind them. So you're seeing right here, Mohamed Sanu, ball gets to him on the back end because it's going so hard. As he reacts to it, the ball's coming and he catches it on the back end instead of getting it out the front end. A little bit more touch on that football. It's a good read right there. We just got to make that completion. Here it turns into an interception. Put that on both of them a little bit, but that's something that I want to see Trey Lance grow with this year, is being able to anticipate, know what he's seeing so he doesn't have to throw everything hard because he's a touch late. Okay? Here's one that just comes with timing and understanding what we're getting right here. So you're trying to understand they're going to run a deep hook here, check, flat. I'm not sure if this guy's checking or not. It doesn't look like he's checking based on what the offensive line is doing. So then we get this guy right here. So if this guy's not going out, which again, he's isolated on a defensive end, so can't imagine that they expected him to ever go out. So Trey's got to be able to understand this. So what does that mean? That means when I've got this 7 stop over here, I get no flat control to pull this guy out. So if you know that that guy's blocking, unless you just know it's man-to-man and you got the right look, you got to come over to the side where you're going to get flat control, and now you get a chance to work that underneath defender. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. He comes out and he looks to throw this one. We get no pull out here on the flat. This guy's going to stay right underneath it. He's got no throw. On the other side, we got a 7 stop with the flat. We're not leaving this tight end in, so I've got to, if all things are equal, I got to work to this side, and he's got this throw right here down to the check down. Again, stuff that he's just got to learn and understand the big picture and what he's looking at. Even though these routes are exactly the same on both sides, and maybe this is Debo over here, all that stuff, you have to understand that the checkdowns are extremely big when you've got mirrored concepts. So we got to understand blocking schemes. We've got to understand where we want to go with the football. Has a throw, huge throw right back here. If he goes to the right side, wrong side, now he's out and he's got to create. Those are some easy plays that you got to be able to see here in year 2 and take advantage of. Okay? Right, again, reads, making your decisions after the snap, not before. So here, boom, they're going to get pressure here. Once they get pressure, we've got just what we call a stick concept. So it's just a flat stick. You see pressure, always looking flat first. This guy's coming down to cover the flat. Ball should be out to the flat right there. You see it right there. That's a completion. It's an easy completion. Makes his decision up beforehand. And then again, the accuracy and the timing. See the accuracy back behind. You see him hitching, right? A little uncomfortable in the pocket, hitching, feet moving fast, balls behind. Probably should have been intercepted again when initially, right? Always going to be flat to stick. Read this defender over here. Once he comes, got to be ready to put the ball out there. And again, make the layups this year is going to be key for Trey Lance with the good team he's got around him. Okay, nice read, right? Get jammed here, we're looking to go there, and then we're going to wrap the in back around. Like it. I like the read right here. Again, you're going to see the inaccuracies of the throw, having to throw it hard. Watch him in the pocket, okay? See how he stands up? He's going to stand up. Then he's got to dip down to make the throw. Like to see him stay in that throwing position so he doesn't have to make that dip, because again, dip, once you decide to make the throw, you want to be ready to throw. Any extra move that you have to make, now you're trying to throw it a little bit harder, and you're going to see, we'll show it from the end zone copy. Huge opportunity there off of a good read. Okay, slow it down right here. You'll see he comes up. Now he's got to drop. He's kind of hopping. Now he's got to drop and then try to rip the ball. That's another thing I want to watch this year. You're going to see when he throws, he dips the ball down and swings it a lot. The more movement you have with your arm, the more chance to be inaccurate. And you're going to see that on film. I saw it that first day in camp. There was a lot of up and down with his consistency of his throws, right? Got to be able to make this throw. All this green grass ahead of Debo. Lay this out in front. Don't have to be perfect. Let him run through it. Big play opportunity. Instead, the ball, once again, is getting tipped up in the air because it's high and hard and behind, and that's when interceptions take place. Timing, making the layups, okay? So we're going to have an out route right here. Once I see this corner off, got to let the football go. Got to let it go. Put your foot in the ground, okay? You see all the steps that the receiver takes out of this before the ball gets there, right? Again, I think it should have been caught. Still a good football, but I want to just work on the timing and making these layups. Trusting what he sees, getting back, see him kind of lean forward here. He leans forward like he's going to throw it, and then he hesitates, then he lays on the back, and he's laid on the throw to the outside. Those are things that he just got to clean up. Be more comfortable with what he's seeing, trust his footwork, get the ball out on time. Pressure situations. We already saw one pressure situation. Understanding what he's getting here, we're going to get pressure. Again, Chiefs are bringing it here, playing man-to-man. You're going to have your one-step throw right here, what we call hots. Okay, so we're going to have a free hitter coming right here. So you got to understand your hot reads. Not a huge part of this offense. They don't talk about a lot, but understand where your quick throws are right here. You see it right here. Boom, get the ball out. Get the ball out. See it, get the ball out, know where your quick throw is. He may be walking into the end zone. Instead, we're taking a sack here. So again, stuff that you expect for rookies, to miss some of these things, to be a little bit late on things, trying to get their timing, missing some hots, but those are things he's going to have to clean up here in year two. So there's a good look at Trey Lance last year. Now, whole off season, time to grow, talking to him, way more comfortable in the offense than he was a year ago. So I expect a lot of this stuff to clean up. But those are the things I've got my eye on. I want to see his consistency throwing the football, making decisions, but then also the accuracy, the way the ball comes out. I want to see his timing, right? All those hesitations we saw in the pocket where he was kind of second guessing himself, like, do I throw it? Do I not throw it? And then whenever you do that, now all of a sudden your mechanics get off, your timing gets off, you feel like you got to throw the ball harder because you're waiting longer than you want to, and all those things led to some inaccuracies, some incompletions, and even some interceptions last year. So when I was there the first day of camp, again, first day of camp, there was also some up and downs with Trey Lance. Some of the stuff that I saw on tape showed up the first day of practice. Long training camp, long way to go. You expect some of that to happen. Defense is usually ahead early in training camp, but saw some of those same inconsistencies that I saw last year on tape. So that's, if you're a 49er fan, if you're just a fan of the league, that's something, or these are some of the things to be watching for with Trey Lance to see what kind of progress he makes from year one to year two.